What's going on, guys? Roman the Roamer here. In this video, I'm going to take you into my computer. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to look at the exact leads that my virtual assistants found for me for online arbitrage. If you guys don't know who I am, I've sold several million on Amazon, probably approaching 3 or 4, maybe 5 million. I don't know. I haven't kept track in a while. Most of my sales are book sales, but I've transitioned my business model towards online arbitrage. I'm hoping $250,000 over the next 30 days. I'm hoping that 80,000 of those sales will be from online arbitrage. I'm hoping that my profit margins will be good. But just to give you guys a little bit of transparency, this is my 5th month doing online arbitrage. I've spent $94,000. I've made a true $2,000 profit. I've only sold 42,000 in sales on online arbitrage so far. And Amazon has paid me back a total of 25,000. So I've spent 94,000. Amazon's paid me back 25,000. I've made $2,000 on the items sold. However, I've only sold 971 items out of the total that I've purchased is 3,700. A lot of my items are somewhere in the middle of Montana in like a crack house, I think. I'm just kidding. I made some mistakes. I chose some bad prep centers, all right? And a lot of my items have not been prepped and shipped to Amazon yet. So that's part of the reason why I've spent 94,000 but only made 2,000 true profit. But in this video, we're actually going to dive into my computer, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm doing today, what products I'm looking at. I am going to blur out these products because these are products that I'm actually about to purchase. So, no, you can't just steal my products unless my video editor does a bad job of editing out the ASINs and stuff. Then feel free, have at it. But I wanted to shoot this video to give you guys a transparent view in my day-to-day, and also selfishly to document the process for myself, and also selfishly to do this process a little bit faster. Because a lot of times when I look at my leads list for my virtual assistants, I get really sidetracked. I either go down a rabbit hole of sourcing products, store stocking people, and the purpose of this video is to strictly focus on how many items should I purchase, and should I purchase the items or not. So this is really about giving my team clear communication. I'll probably send this video to my team as well, just so they can get feedback. I've shot videos like this privately for them in the past, but this will be a great video for them to look at as well. So without further ado, let's check this out.
Look, grind hard, well done, sir, and welcome to the freaking well show. And party central to my well ones, a night of violated hell codes. Dope sells like the charge do, but selling's all about potential.
If you guys look at my screen here, you can see from left. Well, first of all, I always start with items that I have not given a purchasing decision for yet. If you look underneath the buy column here, you can see I have out of stock written. That just means obviously it's out of stock. It's really good to note items that are out of stock because you can revisit the items, and it means that if they're out of stock, it's probably hard for other people to get them too. So when they do get back in stock, you want to be the first person to purchase them. So if you put out of stock whenever you can't buy the item, instead of just putting no, don't buy the item, then you know in the future you can go back to it. And I actually have my team check every day for items out of stock, because one day when they are in stock, we're probably going to be the first people to know about it, and we'll be able to make that purchase faster than everyone else, or just buy all the stock and make it out of stock for everyone else again. So I always start with the row that doesn't have any decision here. And my goal at the end of this session, hopefully we'll move fast. My goal is to, let's see how many we have. We have about 15 to 19. That was kind of fast. Not really sure how many that was, but we'll move as quickly as possible. Okay, so from left to right, I can see the buy cost. Cost price is how much am I paying for it. And then I can see the current buy box price and the 90-day buy box average. So we can pick these up for 23 bucks. The buy box average is 45. And the current profit, if we listed these for the current buy box, which is 54. So you can see the profit's $15 if we listed this at 54.99. Sales rank's 27,000, but that's probably with variations. So it's not as good as you think it would be. And I've actually, everything in green is directly from Seller Amp. This is automatically exported. I'll show you real quick. So from here, all you need to do is click on export here, and it will, you can see it just added this product down here. Everything in green is directly from Seller Amp. So we just export like a crazy amount of data. I think we actually export everything we can export, or close to everything we can. And that way, if we ever need to use any of these metrics, we already have them in the spreadsheet. So then we go over to the supplier link. So it's always good to check the supplier link. I usually check the supplier link later in the process. I know this is a good supplier, so I'm not going to stress about that. But, you know, sometimes sales are limited, sales go away. If it is a limited time sale, I need to make a decision like immediately on whether or not we should purchase, because it's either going to go out of stock or the sale is going to end. So this number here gives me a pretty good estimate of how often does a product actually sell. So number of sales for variation, my team simply puts in the number of reviews for the variation divided by the total number of reviews for the listing. So if the number of reviews for the variation is 10 and the overall listing has 100, then we know that it gets about 10% of the sales. So according to Seller Amp, my team looks at this number right here. It gives estimated monthly sales of 1,700. So we know if 10% of the reviews are going to one variation, we assume that 170 sales are going to that variation. So immediately I know this isn't a very fast selling item. I am going to open up the source website. I can see these are on sale from 40 to 26, which is pretty good, because once this sale's over with, everyone else is going to have to purchase this product for 40 bucks, which is going to be a huge barrier to entry. So hopefully this sale will end soon. And I'll also open up the Amazon link. So I've included the Amazon link over to the far right. And also one more thing. I feel like these are two really valuable metrics that a lot of people, almost everybody looks at these two metrics, but I've never heard of somebody putting these metrics into a spreadsheet so they can kind of get a glance at the product. So like literally, if you guys have been watching my past videos, I bring guests on who are doing really well with online arbitrage. And if you notice, like the first thing the guest always says whenever we're looking at a listing is open up the offers tab. So I've created a metric for that. So if you look at the offers tab, like even Billy Flips, I think it was, like the first thing he did was he went to data offers, and this tab here, this is probably like the best metric / data you can look at on a Keepa graph. It's as good as it gets. It's not 100% accurate. Nothing is with Keepa, just because it's all an estimate of what's actually happening on Amazon. So if we look here, we can see, and man, this product is moving. We can see this one person has sold 375. So if you look at the bottom, you can see this product has, in the last 30 days, the estimate's 572. And I think it's actually going to be a little bit higher. And if we include historical offers, that number goes up to 908. So in my opinion, you should always include historical offers, because now this is showing everyone who was ever on the listing. And there's two graphs here. One is telling you the price, and then the other is showing you the stock. So what's happening here is this person's, their stock's kind of stable for a while, and then they get a lot of stock, but they sell out. And I know, because I actually know this person, these are real sales. and you can see that this person sold these items probably, like you can actually match up the date. So like July 20th, July 21st with the price graph. So if we go here, July 21st, $70 was the price. And that was like around the time this person was getting a ton of sales. So we know that this person sold a lot at $70. Okay. And then this is always a really good sign when you see for the stock history graph, whenever you see this just go completely out of stock, that's a really good sign because it means the person sold out. So I've talked to people in the past, giving me advice. Everybody loves to give advice, but it's not always good advice. Somebody was like, these aren't sales. These are just stock updates whenever the price goes up and then down really fast. And yeah, that person had a good, they taught me a lot with that, but I've realized they're actually wrong a lot of the time. And the reason why is this, this is not a stock update. This person had 9 in stock and the next day they had 0. So they were saying, oh, it's just a stock update. Like they sold them on a different platform. And yes, that's the case when you see it go, I don't even know if we can find one. Like these are actually all real sales. But sometimes you'll see like right here, how it just jumps down. Like let's say it went from 300 in stock and then it went to 1 in stock overnight. Yeah, those probably aren't real sales. They're probably just updating their stock. Maybe they did liquidate. Maybe they had a FC transfer from one Amazon warehouse to the next. Maybe something happened. But I have found, just from looking at myself on these listings, literally looking at my own store, I know how many I sold and I know how many Keepa thinks I sold. And sometimes my stock does jump around like that. So I'm taking a lot of time on this offers tab just because it is really important. And even though my team's giving me a number, like for this product, my team would have given me 908 as this number, which is phenomenal. This is a different product, by the way, than what I'm looking at here. But for this product, I can see it's only 2. So I know it's not that good. I'm actually going to skip this for the purpose of this video. And yeah, it might be a good product, but I'm trying to build a business where I can order hundreds and hundreds of one ASIN and sell out within a month. So let's really focus on higher moving stuff. So this one is sold, according to the number of sales for variation, is 17 per month. Number sold, 41. This is a little bit faster. So I've never bought from this website. I love it when products are limited time sales. Like this is a limited time sale. We're going to get this for $24.99 instead of $29.99. And I'm going to open this up on Amazon.com. So I know I can pick these up for $24.99. Estimated sales are $1,700 a month. There's a decent amount of variations. The price is currently at $58. Let's scroll down and check out. Okay, so the number of sellers has increased dramatically. We call this a dramatic increase in sellers. It went from 2 sellers to 9 sellers. So still not a whole lot of sellers, but it's about 4 times as much as it was a week ago. And that's always a concern. We can already see the price is starting to drop a little bit, not much. If we zoom out to a year, we can see, I always like to see, well, have there ever been this many sellers in the listing before? And there have several times. And it's good that this is sold out. You see how this blue line just keeps disappearing? That means it's sold out. You can see Amazon used to sell this for $30 in the past. They haven't been on it for over a year, but there's always a chance that they might hop back on. You can see this is sold for as much as $63. We're looking at this pink buy box line. This pink line here is the buy box. These orange triangles are, I believe, whenever the FBA price changes. Flips for Miles says that these are sales. I personally don't like attributing these to sales because I think that's thinking too optimistically. I believe it's every time the price changes. Now, if it's a high volume listing, yeah, maybe attribute those to sales. You can see that it's buy boxing at a lower price than the FBA, than these triangles. So, you could probably sell at FBA for 47. Now, with that being known in the past that it's selling for 47, this is just not going to be profitable. A couple months ago, it was selling for 47. The number of sellers has increased dramatically relative to 2. There used to be 2 people. Now there's 9. And yeah, it's hanging out at $58 FBA sales. But this is just a gamble. I mean, I could pick up some of these, and actually I might. You know why? Because this sales rank has just gone down like crazy. Why is it? Is this a seasonal product? Hold on one second. Yeah, it is. You see, every year this goes down. Limited time sale, $24.99. I could probably sell these for $58. I mean, 40% ROI. I feel like this product won't have returns. Worst case, not worst case. Worst case is Amazon loses your inventory. I don't like it when people say worst case. Worst case scenario is going to sell for $40. No, worst case scenario, Amazon's going to lose your shit. Or USPS, or UPS, or some other carrier. Worst case is you do not get your item that you paid for. That's worst case. But according to Keepa, worst case scenario, this will sell for $47. So, yeah, I'll pick up like 5 of these. This isn't going to make me rich, but if they sell, hey, extra $50 in my pocket. So what I do here is I put whatever buyer who I want to purchase. I have 3 buyers for a couple different reasons. It's really important to buy items quickly, and different people have different days off. So in this case, I'm going to have my main assistant purchase this at 5. Now this lead below it is almost exactly the same. So I'm going to briefly open up Amazon, and we can see the prime offer here is 54. So pretty similar. It's actually a little bit cheaper. Still 28% ROI. Not as many sellers on this one. I like that. But if we go to variations, let's see which one gets the most reviews. I think we already, according to my spreadsheet, if we look back here at number of sales for variation, we can see it's kind of the same. Now, according to the total sold for 30 days, the first one had more sales. Anyway, just looking at the Keepa, consistent. I mean, it's at break-even price about a month ago. If we zoom out to a year, this is looks like it's peak season for this. So hopefully we can get this prep quickly. But yeah, I'll probably order 5 of these as well. Let's look at offers real quick. So like this person here has sold 46 lifetime. Let's go here. The most that have been sold by one seller in the last 30 days is 11. Then we have 7 here. 2. This person went out of stock. So I think 5 is a safe bet, you know, and then if this sale ever occurs again in the future, I can go a little bit deeper. So this is like a test buy. Like, I'm not trying to get rich off of this. It's just trying to see, does this brand sell? It's a brand I haven't sold before. I don't really buy from that website that much. Let's just make sure everything's good. And I'll make $100 off of those 2 purchases, most likely, where I'll break even, or I'll lose money. Who knows? But there's a high chance that I get my money back plus some on that. Okay, so this is an interesting item. We have, according to total sold for the last 30 days, this looks phenomenal, 1,458. But again, this is just a number. Website, I'm not sure if that website's legit. We can pick these up for $463. Buy box average is $14.30. Buy box current is $14.99. 25% profit margin. This is looking good just from those numbers, but looking at those numbers is like, it's like observing a city in a 2D plane. Like it's not like you're looking at the 3D version of the city. You can't see the buildings coming out. You can't see the grooves. You can't see the mountains. In order to really get a feel for the city, you got to look at a 3D map. And if you really want to know the city, you got to go inside that motherfucker. So the city analogy is like the only way you're really going to know if a product sells good is to buy it. Buy it, list it. If you can sell it, you know it's legit. So we'll zoom out to a year. You can see this has had a rough patch in the past where this is selling for like $8. Not too hot. But there's a significantly fewer number of sellers. The demand has also decreased as well, but this could just be a seasonal product. We can see it's doing well in January and March. So let's zoom out all times. It looks like it does well. Yeah, it does well during those times every year. November, December. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, does well in January. See if it does well here. It's doing really good this Q4 or 2018 Q4. Anyway, it's good to know that, you know, in the past the most sellers it's ever had was 31. Amazon was selling it at the time for 1038. But really, the most important thing to look at is the last few months. So let's see if that offers number was legit. So let's sort this. Okay, we can see, like, this is really good. These are real sales. You can just see I mean, he's got a crazy amount in stock. 1,300. I mean, this guy's sold hundreds. In the last 30 days, this guy's sold 282. This is looking pretty good. Now, it's also important to note that I have $1 factored in for prep, $1.25. The cost price of this product is only $4.63. So if I send this to my team in Tennessee, we pay 7% sales tax. So I can actually get this prep cheaper by sending it to Tennessee because we're only paying like 30 cents in sales tax. So I can ship it to my team in Tennessee, save, instead of paying $1.25 for prep, I pay my lister 25 cents per item. So we're really looking at like an additional 50, we're really looking at like additional 75 cents in revenue. So I can subtract 75 cents from this buy cost. Just put 490 here, or at 390. Because that's essentially going to, so this is now 50% ROI. And this is assuming that we're selling it for 12. But it's buy boxing for 15. $14.99. Okay, so that brings up to 100% ROI. And this is getting legitimate sales. Like if you look here, I mean, these are real sales. Now remember, guys, this is my 5th month doing this. Estimated sales according to Keepa is 64, but I really think it's getting more. This is weird. This could be stock changes, but I think they're legit because look, I think this guy just keeps sending in more stuff and just never goes out of stock. Because like he goes up in stock, but then it goes back down slowly. So I think these are real sales. And this is a grocery item. I don't really sell much grocery. So let's just pretend that this tanked in price to like $9.99. If it goes under $10, you can then start selling it small and light. So we would still be making $1 profit. That's actually kind of crazy. There's only 10 sellers here. Last time it had 23 sellers, it went down to under $10. Let's see what happens if we sell this for 12. We're making $1.82 selling it for 12. Sell it for 11. This is really interesting. If we sell for 11, we're making 90 cents profit. But if we sell it for $9.99 and then we enroll it in small and light, which you can just Google how to enroll in small and light. You enroll your SKU in small and light. Now we're actually making 9 cents more than if we sold it for $11. So it's really important at scale, or even at a smaller scale. And this is me talking to myself more than anyone. Like, you got to have a system. If you're going to have a lot of lighter weight SKUs, if you're going to do small and light, you got to avoid that sweet spot where you're losing more money selling it for more than if you just sold it for less and enrolled it in small and light. So you're actually like looks like from like $10 to like 11 and something on this product, you're losing money. So you want to jump from like when the buy box is like going down to like $10.50, you want to be the person to regain the buy box at $9.99, take all the sales and actually make more profit than the people selling it for $10.50. So I really like this. Let's check the website where I can purchase this at. Yeah, I'm not sure about this website. I've never purchased from them before. So this is actually going for $5.79 on the website, but my team knows I can pick this up for 20% off. Plus, Rakuten's giving a 10% cash back. So the fact that this website's on Rakuten, now I know it's probably legit. If the website's not active on Rakuten, probably not legit. So we can actually go back to Seller Amp, and this is a great product. I hope my video editor does a great job of hiding this from you guys, because this is amazing. So these numbers are not going to be perfect. I've already subtracted my prep cost from the buy cost, which is kind of weird to do. But we're also going to get 10% off, which is not going to be accurate because I already adjusted the buy cost. So 10% off is actually going to be 46 cents off. So we can bring this down now to $3.44, right? Yeah, $3.44. Oh my gosh. So buying this, essentially we're getting this for $3.44 because we're getting 10% cash back on Rakuten. And I haven't even looked for other coupons yet on this website. We're already getting 20% off on the website. We're getting 10% cash back with Rakuten. And if this tanks to the worst case scenario, no, worst case scenario was $7.99, which I would be losing 39 cents. But theoretically, if I prep this myself, I'd still be making money. But I'm not going to prep it myself because I'm about to move back to Colombia. Okay. So yeah, worst case, I keep saying worst case, but worst case, guys, is you never get the product. I don't like it when people, worst case scenario, I sell it for $100. No, worst case scenario, you don't sell it at all. Like I can think of a lot of worst case scenarios. Like worst case scenario, you die. That's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, this is poison, and you eat it by accident. Worst case scenario, you don't die, your customers die. Like there's a lot of worst case scenario. Worst case scenario isn't you just sell it at a loss. Okay, $15. I mean, this is ridiculous now. Now looking at this, and this is a healthy sales rank, and we're about to go into Q4. Now I'm just thinking out loud here. There are a few weird things. I don't like how the estimated sales are 64 per month. Let's also check out the buy box statistics on this. Oh shit. I should have checked this earlier. Dang. This one person is hogging the buy box. Let's look at the course. Okay, over the course of 180 days, there's more of a buy box share. And this is where like me only being in business for 5 months comes in, let alone like half my shit got shipped to a crack house in the middle of Montana. And I don't know if they sold it, if they turned it into crack. I don't know what they did with my stuff, but I don't have a whole lot of like, it shortened my learning curve in a sense. That looks like my camera turned off. Hold on one second. Let me turn the camera back on. Boom. I don't know. Like, basically, the fact that my stuff took a long time to get prepped, it shortened my learning curve because I don't get to see, you know, like the moment you buy something and the moment you sell it on Amazon, whether you sell it for a loss or whether you sell it for a profit, that is the moment you learn. And so I really I've done a lot of things to shorten my learning curve. I've enrolled, shout out Flips for Miles. He gave me his course for free. Great course. I've also paid for other courses, which I'll give reviews on later. Like I'm doing everything I can to learn this. And it definitely affects you when you don't prep stuff as quickly as you could. So now my prep center gets everything out within the week. So that's good. But that being said, like I can't look at the camera and give you guys like 100% certainty when I'm buying these things because I'm still learning myself. I haven't even spent 100,000 on inventory yet. I'm only 94,000 in, and out of that 94,000, I've only sold 900 items, and I've bought 3,400 items that are still en route. Like I said, probably in some crack house somewhere. Just kidding. I'm gonna stop saying that. But all jokes contain true shit. J. Cole. Okay. The price history. Yeah, I should probably just test order this with like 36 units. Let's see. Is this going anywhere? It might be going somewhere, guys. There's a limited time sale. Like, I kind of want to go pretty deep on this. I got to make sure the product matches too. Yeah, it looks like it does. Dang, it's pretty cool I caught this on camera. I mean, the fact that this item can go down $5 in price and I can still make a profit. I mean, these sales right here don't lie. This guy sold 282 in the last 30 days. Why is this person buy boxing so hard? Pro tip, whenever somebody has a long ass name like this, you got to click on it, go to Keepa, and then click on show on Amazon. So this is the person getting all the sales. But this person's not buy boxing at all. Oh, they are buy boxing in the 90-day period. No, they're not. This person is just not buy boxing. Comment below if you know, if you've seen this before. It's weird to see this many sales. Is he MFing? Oh, he's MFing them. All these guys are MFing. Wait, none of these are FBA? Holy shit, none of these are FBA. Can you FBA this? This wouldn't even be applicable. That was stupid of me to say small and light. This doesn't even fit small and light anyway. If it was under $10, it could be small and light. I think was there another item we were looking at the small and light? There might have been. It has to be like, obviously has to be small as fuck to even qualify for small and light, but it also has to be less than $10 too. So there's two variables there. Man, I want to pick up a lot of these. I mean, even if I pick up like 100, it's still only like a $300 buy cost. I'm just like sketched out now. Like there's a lot of weird stuff going on with this. It's like, why are there no prime offers? Are there any prime offers on the listing? I guess I could just list this. There's a few weird things. There's no Prime offers on the listing, which is okay. It's good for me as long as I need to find out, can we Amazon Prime this grocery item? Maybe you can't because it's meltable. Here's a guy that sold at Prime back in the day in June. June's a hot month. And he sold at Prime. So, but just over the last 30 days, why are there's all these people selling this, but there's only 2 buy boxing. So there is a buy box. And if we look at Keepa, we know there's been a buy box forever because this pink line exists. If this pink line's not there, that means there's no buy box. There's a saying, and I've been saying it to myself a lot over the last few years because I've been really impulsive with certain things, especially years and years ago. The saying is, pigs eat, hogs get slaughtered. Pigs eat, hogs get slaughtered. Meaning, don't be too greedy. You know, I'm pretty confident in this website. Rakuten is giving cash back for it. There's no you can see FBA in the past. Even then, it didn't FBA for a crazy amount. They're probably not getting buy box when they FBA. I don't know. I'm going to buy this. I'll probably consult with some of my friends tonight. But I think this is good. Now, everything I said about this being small and light, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy, blah, blah. None of that's true. Because this is not small enough to be in small and light. But it's still a great product. I mean, I'm essentially paying $3.90 for this because I'm not going to prep it myself. I pay 25 cents for my lister to prep this. Yeah, it's actually cheaper for me to send it to my lister in Tennessee. It's also hot as shit here in Tennessee, so this might melt. I should probably require a signature. I like this a lot. I'm going to buy 36 now. And I think my team was telling me to hurry. They should tell me to hurry because sometimes the deals end. In the notes, it said hurry. I don't know if that was from the coupon code or not. Okay, we're going to buy 36. I know that might seem, for some of you guys, that might seem like not that much, but I'm in this for the long game, and this is like a learning experience. Let's see if it sells. I think it'll sell great. It might melt. I don't know. We'll see. I'll send it to my friends, too. If my friends are like, you got to buy 500, I'll come back and buy 500 of them. Okay, so this next item, this is probably why I was thinking small and light. This next item looks like it could definitely be a small and light. So I'm going to open this up on Amazon. And if you guys like this content, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications if you want more. And if not, it's okay. Just keep watching. And then, you know, you're not invited to my birthday party. Okay? I wish I could say that. I wish like only people who are subscribed to my YouTube channel could be invited to my birthday party. Like when you go in my birthday party here in Nashville on August 10th, you would have to show a QR code that verified your subscription to my YouTube account. And there'd be a bunch of people outside. Like, I can't get in. It's like, dude, you got to subscribe first. So like, obviously I'm still learning this myself, but I'm super connected with the community. I literally know like some of the top 100 Amazon sellers. Like out of all the Amazon sellers, Scott Needham's one of them, Amazon Lit. Watch Me Amazon's probably up there, maybe. Anyway, these guys sell millions a month. And on a smaller level, connected with Flips for Miles, Warner, Fields of Profit, Caleb Roth, all these guys. So if you guys want to Zoom with top-level Amazon sellers, I will be conducting live Zoom calls. I'm just waiting for more people to sign up for my email list below. You'll see it in the description. It's roamer.biz. You guys can go there, and I'll send you emails with my latest content. And then in addition, you guys will also get emails with Zoom calls. We'll probably do them Friday or Saturday, but I'm waiting until I get like 100 or so people on the email list below. I'll blast you guys with an email. I'll invite some cool people on, and you guys can ask questions, So look forward to seeing you guys there. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is small enough for small and light. Looks like I'm currently gated. You can always click this ungate, and if it's an easy ungate, it'll ungate you. But most products are pretty easy to get ungated in. Now, a pretty good way to tell if it's a hard product to get ungated in is looking at the number of sellers. And this just has a great number of sellers on the listing. So a bunch of people are selling it. Probably not too hard to get ungated in. I can probably get ungated from the website as long as it's not a crackhead website. Sorry if any crackheads are out there watching my content. I really am not trying to offend you. I've just had a bad experience with crackheads in the past. I used to work downtown Nashville. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. So the website they put in here is the exact same. I need to message my team. But assuming that this website is legit, you can pick it up for $13.99. The current buy box is $27.99. Buy box average $28, so it's only dropped $1 in the past 90 days. Price has been consistent. Profits $4. That is including that $1 prep, $1.25. Why did I exit out of Amazon? Open this up again. So assuming that I can get ungated in this product, which I'll do some more research on, I do like gated categories because it does scare a lot of people away. Generally, the prices are a little bit more stable on gated categories because not anybody can just come charging in. Only 45 sales a month, but again, the most important thing to look at is the offers tab. So we'll open that up. Okay, so this guy's getting real sales. He sold from 18 to 12. Priced around $27 probably. So this guy got 7 sales at 27, which would give us about $4 profit after prep per. I should change prep to $1.85 because that's actually what I'm paying now. Okay, we'll include historical offers. I mean, this is a legitimately slow moving listing. The ROI is not that great for how slow this moves. Price is consistent, but dramatic increase in the number of sellers because it goes from 4 sellers to like 8X's to 30. Last time there was about 30 sellers on the listing. The price dropped to 22. So we can assume that's probably going to happen again. I'm just going to pass. I mean, it's just not worth it. Like, now, if we were closer to January, this looks like a seasonal product. Look how well it did during January. And the January before, no, the April. Let's see what period this was. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. It looks like it just does better when there's a lot of sellers in the listing. The sales rank tends to drop except for here. But here the sales rank drops, here the sales rank drops, and here. And I'm just going to pass on this. I just go over here in my spreadsheet, put no. So if I put the person's name to buy it, obviously they buy it. And then they fill out, like, all my prices are automatically set. So we price it at our max price. Our max price is 20% higher than the current 90-day buy box average. So it's a pretty conservative max price. We don't want to go too high on our max price because we're sending our items in at our max price. And immediately, once our items become active, they're going to start getting repriced. And our min price is set at 10% ROI. So our min price is at 10% ROI, our max price is at 20%. All this is automatically set in the spreadsheet. And it's just pulling data from Seller Amp. So it just makes it really easy. I don't have to think about min and max price. I don't have to think about price, period. I do change these sometimes based on the circumstances. I can easily just toggle them. And anything I change in this spreadsheet does reflect on my repricer. So everything's getting uploaded to my repricer and Amazon. So I know all these changes I make in the spreadsheet are directly connected not only to the ASIN, but also to the SKU for this product. And everything is going to get affected. So it keeps it really simple for me because I keep everything in this spreadsheet. Also, if you scroll over to the right, you can see I put whether or not we purchased it. So let me scroll up. You can see for this product, it was purchased at a buy cost of $45. We purchased 6 of them. So shipping plus tax was $4.16. So it's always important to notice if we get shipping or tax. We just implemented this last night, but I'm making sure that for every purchase we get a Rakuten percentage because Rakuten's tricky. Sometimes you don't activate the Rakuten discount and you don't get the money. So it looks like he put like 0.49. I think that's like maybe we earned 1% on this, so we got 49 cents back. I wanted him just to put the Rakuten percentage, so he should have just put 1%, but he put like how much we made from Rakuten, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool too. Cashback amount, this actually links to a bunch of cashback websites. Discount is 0. Like if we did get a discount on it, it's important to note what discount percent. Do we get 20% off? Whatever. So cost price, this is actually this is like a huge mistake that you can make in OA. Is like if you're in a rush, if you're tired, you can accidentally buy a product at the wrong price. So the cost price, this is just pulling from what Seller Amp said the cost was. This is literally just pulling from one of the other columns I have and making sure when it says average price, this is what is our price after factoring in shipping and the discount. What are we actually paying? Because what you're actually paying at the checkout can be slightly different. And as you can see, this is just a simple formula that calculates that for me. So my team, my buyers, which is my VA and my American lister, they both buy products for me. They're working from left to right. So it's impossible for them, as long as they're checking the boxes, it's impossible for them to ever miss out on Rakuten percentage. We're working on our cash back game. We'll get better at it as time goes on, but once we get that system set up, it's going to be impossible for them to miss out on any cash back amount. And then if you keep moving to the right, it's impossible for them to, as long as they're checking the spreadsheet, which they have to, because they have to fill this out. Like it's required. They have to fill this out. So like it says double check price. That's like one of the columns you see. That this column here, if you look at the formula, it's just subtracting the cell before it from the cell before it. So it's subtracting the average price, which is the price after shipping, after the discount, from the cost price. And if that number is off, we either know that we paid less or more for the item. If it's negative, we paid more for it. We paid less for it. If it's negative, I don't know. Well, anyway, if it goes negative, that means we're screwed and it turns red. So if this number is negative, then the column turns red. We also have data purchase. And the reason why I'm showing this all to you guys, I'm just thinking out loud. Maybe it'll be interesting for some of you. And I've also thought about selling this spreadsheet in the future. So if you guys would be interested in something like this, let me know. All this stuff, you guys can literally create right now by yourself. But the cool stuff that we've done with this spreadsheet is like profit analytics. And everything from this page is now connected on the back end. So if you look here, you can see this column tells you my exact ROI per ASIN. So it does it per ASIN. So if you have like 5 SKUs for one ASIN, it's going to consolidate it all into one ASIN, which is pretty cool. It turns green if you've sold out of inventory and you sold it for an ROI. So if you sold 100% of the inventory and you sold it for any ROI that's above 0, it turns green because you should probably restock that. In addition, we also have, so that's including refunds. We also have not including refunds, which is kind of important because sometimes you'll sell like 10 of a shoe and then 3 get returned. And then it looks like it's not profitable because 3 got returned. When in reality, if you sold those 10 at a profitable price, the other 3 that got returned are going to sell at a profitable price most likely. So you should probably restock. And so we've created a number here that tells you your stock, when to buy more and how much to buy. So this is recommending that we buy 132 of the best item I've ever sold. I'm currently buying this, or I bought this item for 32 or 35, I think. And I'm selling it for like 70-ish. My ROI is 27%. And so this 132 number is, you can see this formula here. You can see this formula here is pretty calculated. It's pretty complicated because what it's looking at is the last 7 days of sales from your last sale. So when the last sale occurred, it's looking at the 7-day period before that, and then it's multiplying that number by 4 because there's 4 weeks in a month. It's multiplying that number by 4. So it's 7. It's a 7-day sales period. So if you sold, in this case, we sold like 50 something, I think, or maybe less. So we sold 33 in a 7-day period. And so it's taking that number, multiplying it by 4. And so it's giving you like a recommended 28-day stock. So this tells you, based on how much you sold in the last 7 days from your last sale, how much should you restock. And so as you can see, a lot of these I should restock. The problem with online arbitrage, as I'm sure a lot of you guys who are doing online arbitrage are figuring this out, is a lot of times you can't restock inventory because it's either out of stock or the sale is not occurring again. That's okay, because you live and you learn, and we're actually about to include another column here that gives you the link to the store where you purchased it from. Because remember, all the information we need is in this spreadsheet here from the seller AMP data, and everything gray is what my team's manually putting in. But remember, we have the supplier link here. So now the other spreadsheet's going to have the ROI, the recommended stock quantity, and then directly to the right of that, it's going to tell you the link to the store that you originally bought it from. So every day your team can check if it's out of stock. Your team can just open up like 20 different links and make sure that it is actually out of stock. And if they are back in stock, your team can reorder for you. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys would like to, I'd probably sell it for like $200. That way I'll have enough incentive to like really fix it up and make it look nice for you guys. But all you need to do is export your sales data from Amazon and put it in the spreadsheet, which is super simple. Okay, so these look good. So we said no on this last one. So immediately, this is a red flag. Number of sales for variation is 0.2. Another red flag is this is a shoe that's selling for $19, or selling, it's a size 15 shoe. That's a red flag. The profit, pretty good, $6 for a $17.99 buy cost. It's probably a sale. Sales rank is ridiculously good. 1,305. That actually makes me think maybe this spreadsheet's not, maybe what my team put in is not 100% accurate. Yeah, this is a giant variation listing. This is definitely something where if I'm going to buy it, I'm not going to buy that many because it's such a big variation listing. And this particular shoe doesn't have a large percent of the reviews. Okay, let's check out this offers tab. Reset this. Go to data, offers. Okay, so yeah, it's good that we're seeing people that I've seen on these listings before. So let's sort by sold. This is still not great. And this is also a red flag. Like the price, whenever you see somebody doing this with their price, it means they're trying to get a sale. Like they're just competing for a long time. I mean, this has just been consistently dropping in price. Apparently this person's only sold 7. I know this guy right here. He does crazy volume, but it's a good sign he's on the listing, but nobody seems to really be doing well. There's just not a lot of sales. And I knew that, like, if I wasn't shooting this YouTube video, I probably would have opened that one up anyway, just because I've sold another variation of that shoe before. But just based on these two numbers here, this is why I love having these two numbers in a spreadsheet. It's just, okay, so total sold according to offers tab was only 33. And the total number of sales for that variation was 0.2. I get excited when this is like 100 or 1,000 plus. It was 0.2. So I knew that it gets a very low percentage of reviews. We're going to put no on that. We got a smaller item here. It's not going to qualify for small and light because it's too expensive, but I'm not going to complain about price. So we're going from 18 to 37. That's a pretty healthy little flip right there. We're doubling our price. It's a smaller item. Buy cost isn't going to be crazy expensive. Only 82 sales per month. That's not great. But what am I going to do? You guys already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up data, offers. There's no reason not to include historical offers here because historical offers have all the people that have already sold out, which is probably the most valuable data. So this guy's selling for 40. Looks like he sold 19 in the past 30 days. This person's selling for 39. They've sold 18. I mean, that's not bad, you know. This isn't great. It's not going to make me rich. And that's the goal, right? The goal is to get rich. This is always a good sign. Number of sellers going up and down. Price is going from 30, went to 40. We know Q4 is coming. That's pretty exciting. So I always like to look like, okay, number of sellers is 37. It takes a while for the market to catch up to the prices. So the number of sellers has increased like crazy. So if we go here, if we look at the last time it was 37, the price was 33. But let's look into the future. After there was 37 sellers in the listing, a few weeks after, the price went down to 31, 32. And so let's look at that. What happens if this drops to 30? We're still making a buck after prep cost. So we can assume that we're going to sell this for, in current market, 37. But guys, be realistic. Be realistic. You know it's going to go down in price. A few weeks ago, it dropped to 27 bucks. Not even a few weeks ago, like a week and a half ago. For a day. It dropped for a day, but then went back up. But don't be overly optimistic. Always always be pessimistic, always be Pepto-Bismol. Always be pessimist. I'm forgetting English, guys. I'm learning so much Spanish that my brain's deleting English words. Always be pessimistic when it comes to OA. You will always thank yourself in the future for being pessimistic, especially if you're a naturally optimistic person. If you're too optimistic, you're going to burn out, you're going to buy all the inventory, you're going to die. Okay, that's what's going to happen to you. This is a long game. This is like you're playing, what's a good example? You're playing Monopoly. You don't want to run out of money. You want to be that person at the table that's making bank. You want to like think long term. You know, once you have a bunch of cash coming in, like think about this in terms of not even months, but years of just being able to make good purchasing decisions with products on Amazon. I'm not saying online arbitrage for years. Like my goal is to slowly add wholesale, but even with wholesale, same philosophy. Like I'm not going to invest like 50% of my bag, like of what I currently have in the bank into one product. And so I'm buying hundreds and hundreds of different OA products. And then, you know, dozens of those will be good products and I can scale those over time. Okay, yeah. So this was going for like $40. That's pretty exciting. I'm going to pick up probably 18 of these. That's probably actually a little aggressive. You know what? There's two different ones. And if we look at this is like a different variation of the same listing. I don't even have to really open it up. I will just to be safe. But you can see like the metrics are very similar. Buy box is currently a little bit lower. Buy box average, a little bit lower. If we go over here, you can see the total sold from the last 30 days. A little different. We're buying it from the same website. We're getting 15% off. I mean, I'll open it up just to verify that there's nothing atrocious with the Keepa. But this is probably good. So I'll probably actually buy 10 of each. I have not sold this brand before. And as you can see, my min price is set at 30. That's when I make 10% ROI. Max price, I like these max prices, 46 and 42. So we're going to send both these in at a pretty aggressive or a optimistic price. Probably won't sell at this price, but just in case the market does go up, we might buy box at this price. Probably won't. 99% chance we won't. But this is good for a few reasons. Every night we also price up. So we're repricing up at like a realistic price that other repricers can compete with. And this isn't me, like, this is me learning from somebody who did this. Scott Needham did this, and he brought his profit margins at 70 million. He brought his profit margins from 14% to 18% simply by pricing up at night. So pretty big deal. Okay, so we're going to put earn both these because earn will be buying these. And we'll just buy 10. Buy 10. These are right at the price where it doesn't make sense for me to ship them to my Tennessee. I mean, I'm worried about sending that grocery product to Tennessee because it might melt. I might just ship all this stuff to Oregon. Currently where my prep center is. Pay a little bit more for prep, but might be worth it. They prep really fast too. Okay, I'm about to end this video. I've been on here for a while. But let's look at one more. This is really good. So this is like, oh my gosh. We got some really good stuff down here. I mean, when this number is above 100, that's a pretty big deal. When this number is above 100, it probably sells thousands. a month. Just kind of what I've been noticing. This number here is like, I'm pretty sure this is a super underestimate. Okay, so we can pick these up for 24. This is a limited time sale. Buy box average was 38, which is $4 less than the current buy box. That would bring my profit down to $1 if it went back to the 90-day buy box average. So I already know like a lot of information going into this. Like I already know that according to the variation, this gets 200 and something %. I see people I know on here. It's always a good sign when you see people that you see familiar faces on the listing. It means you're fishing in the right spot. So this is actually pretty good. Like, yeah, the buy box average looked bad on the spreadsheet, but I can see it's FBAing. It like this FBA price has been consistent, even as the buy box drops. So the buy box is going to a MFN person. The FBA price stays high. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that we can sell this for $44.99. And this would be a case where I would edit the buy cost in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to bring the minimum, not the buy cost, but the minimum price. Like this sales rank's ridiculous. Now, if this sales rank wasn't this good, I wouldn't be wasting my time looking at this. But, I mean, I should probably buy. If I had sold these in the past, I would buy a lot more. I'd buy like 100 of them. See that, even though this looks like it's just adjustments, like my friend, he told me like these aren't real sales, but I'm pretty sure they are. Because I've seen myself on listings like this where I've gotten real sales and it updates like overnight. But he thinks it's just stock adjustments. I guarantee those are real sales. These are real sales. So this person, I mean, something else you can look at is sales for lifetime. Oh, we're not even including historical offers. Oh, this person sold out at 32. That's not great. Was he MFing them? Let's filter prime only. So this guy's getting sales at 42. $48 and $42. Looks like we're right when he dropped the price. Started getting sales. So if we sell this for 42, we're still making $5. This is underwear. I wonder how returns are. I bet returns are low on men's underwear. It'd be really nice to know, like per category, what returns are. If anyone knows that information, comment below. Let me know. All right, I'm going to pick up. I mean, that offers tab wasn't amazing. But if we go to variations, the reason why I don't open variations that much on these videos is I already know the number. Like, it's right. It's one of these. Gets about 4% of sales. But I already know this just from like my spreadsheet. This number right here. Yeah, this number right here. So I see this is 218. When I open up the listing, I know it gets about 4,000 sales a month. So I know that it's going to get 218 out of those 4,000 on average. These are all just estimates. Like it could sell a lot more. Maybe it sells less. This is just an estimate. Wow, super long video. So at the beginning of this video, I said I'm going to selfishly make this so I go faster, and I did the opposite. But it usually does take me a long time. I do a lot of thinking on each one. I'm sure in the future I'll go a lot faster, but I still am in the phase where I'm just looking at everything. This did sell FBA 41 recently. Number of sellers isn't increasing like crazy. Real quick, I'm going to see if there's any Rakuten on the website. If there's any cash back. Actually, I get 10% off because it's my birthday coming up. I get 10% off the whole month on Nike.com. I don't know if we can use it, but we do get 10% cash back on Rakuten. So that's pretty good. That changes things. So we're picking these up for 20% off, which is $24. But then we're also getting 10%, which is $2.40. So let's go back to Seller Amp. If we go down here, so we can just put 10% in the discount. That's our cash back. I mean, if you really want to be precise, we could put 12%. I don't think you can, actually. But we're getting 2% with our credit card to Capital One Spark. Actually, we'll probably use a Plum on this. Anyway, I don't even count that. But if we want to be precise, whatever we're getting back from the credit card. So we're paying 24, 10%. I mean, we're close to 34% ROI. So we brought our ROI from 28 to 34. Pretty good. Super fast moving product. Should probably buy 18 of these. I've sold Nike underwear before, so I'm pretty confident that would do well. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Long video, but want to document this. I'll probably watch this, in a few months and be like, wow, I learned a lot. But hopefully you guys can learn just kind of where I'm at right now in my business and how I'm thinking about it. And you'll see me grow this thing. Hopefully we'll do, including everything, book sales. I'll probably do 150K in books, 160 in books, CDs, and DVDs this month. But in addition, I'm hoping I can do close to 80 in online arbitrage, bringing me up to $250,000 total in sales for a rolling 30-day period at the end of August. If you guys like this content, comment below. Comment any questions you have. Much love, and catch you in the next video. Peace out.